Welcome. Today, we are diving deep into a concept that's totally reshaping how the world's most innovative companies get things done. We're talking about the frontier firm.
For years, digital transformation has been the big mantra in pretty much every boardroom, right? But what happens when that's just not enough anymore? What's the next great leap forward?
Well, the answer is the frontier firm. And look, this is way more than just another buzzword. It's a fundamental, ground-up shift in how companies operate. It's what's pulling us into what people are calling the agentic era, an age where intelligent, autonomous AI agents are a core part of the workforce.
So, let's get into it. What exactly is a frontier firm? And what's the secret sauce that separates these pioneers from, everybody else? Okay, here's the big idea in a nutshell. A frontier firm is absolutely human-led, but it's AI-enabled from its very foundation. Think about it this way. Intelligence isn't some app you have to open. It's like electricity. It's just there, on tap, everywhere you need it. And the work? It gets done by a hybrid team of people and AI agents, all working together seamlessly. And the results? The performance gap is just staggering. Seriously, this isn't a small edge. It's a complete rout. Frontier firms are outperforming their slower-moving peers by a factor of 4 across the board, from brand success to cost savings to customer experience. The key takeaway here is that this isn't some abstract theoretical model. It is delivering massive, measurable results right now.
It really all comes down to this. For every single dollar they invest in AI, frontier firms are getting a return that's 3 times higher than the slow adopters. So it's not just that they're spending more, they're spending smarter. They're weaving AI into the very fabric of everything they do. So the big question is, how do they actually do it? What's the blueprint that's powering this whole new way of working? Let's pop the hood and take a look.
It all starts with something called work IQ. Now, you can think of this as the brain that makes AI genuinely useful inside a business. It's constantly analyzing your company's unique data, all the emails, files, meetings, even the org chart, to give those AI agents memory and, crucially, context. It's what allows an agent to think like an employee who's been with the company for a decade.
But if every single department just starts building its own AI agents with no oversight, you get total chaos. It's a problem that's being called agent sprawl. And that is exactly where Agent 365 comes in. Think of it as the air traffic control system for all the AI in your company. It makes sure everything is secure, governed, and visible. This control plane gives you a full inventory, so there's no shadow AI popping up. It enforces super tight access controls, gives you these real-time dashboards to see exactly what the agents are up to, and it plugs right into top-tier security and compliance tools. It's really what gives leaders the confidence to scale AI without also scaling their risk. Okay, so that's the blueprint. But is it actually delivering results out there in the real world? Let's take a look at the intelligence dividend that some of the biggest names in business are already cashing in. Let's start with Commonwealth Bank, a huge financial institution. Their early adopters saved, on average, 16% of their work time. That is nearly a full day every single week, freed up from boring, repetitive tasks so they can focus on what actually moves the needle: strategy, creativity, and real customer value. And then you've got Ramp, the financial operations platform. Get this, they save 30,000 hours every single month. They do it by deploying agents to handle expense management. Now, just to put that number in perspective for you, that's the equivalent of hiring over 170 full-time employees just to match receipts. The scale of this efficiency it's just incredible. And this model isn't just for finance or tech companies. Not at all. Take a look at the industrial giant ABB. They integrated AI directly into their core manufacturing and maintenance operations, and, the results were pretty transformative. So what was the impact? A 35% cut in maintenance costs and a 30% jump in production efficiency. These are absolutely game-changing numbers in an industry where every single percentage point is a huge win. Now, of course, with this much power and this much speed comes a ton of responsibility. If you're going to embrace the frontier, you also have to govern it. So let's talk about the risks and how these firms are managing them. And these risks are very, very real. A major vulnerability that got nicknamed Echo Leak showed how attackers could actually exploit AI assistants to quietly steal sensitive email data. It was a huge wake-up call that this new tech creates brand new attack surfaces that security teams now have to figure out how to defend.
And beyond direct attacks, leaders are facing other big governance hurdles. Poor data controls could lead to an AI accidentally sharing sensitive files. There are really complex worker protection issues to navigate. And surprisingly, it can be really tough to measure the full ROI when so many of the benefits are things that are kind of hard to put a number on. But even with all these challenges, the pace of innovation is not slowing down one bit. So let's wrap up by looking at what's just around the corner: the roadmap to an even more agentic future. And man, the roadmap for just the next few months is absolutely packed. We're on the verge of seeing AI video generation baked right into our everyday tools and next-gen models that can do much, much deeper reasoning. And specialized agents are coming too, like a real-time interpreter right inside Microsoft Teams, which would instantly break down language barriers. Just think about that. So here's the bottom line. The agentic era isn't some far-off future. It's here. The data is clear, the technology is scaling fast, and the leaders are already pulling away from the pack. So the only real question left is, will your organization be one of the pioneers out on the frontier, or will it be one of the ones left behind, desperately trying to catch up?